Hi everyone, it's Rachel Crate, also known as Great Crate Makeup. I'm here to start my YouTube experience, I guess you could call it. For my first video, I'm going to be doing look number 2 of my 5 looks 1 palette using the Colourpop Yes Please. This palette is so cute. I just honestly love it so much, so I was really excited that this is the one that my Instagram followers picked. Always start with a good base eyeshadow primer. This is my favorite, Urban Decay. Either that or I'll use my concealer, usually Tarte Shape Tape, but for today we'll be using this. I think I'm going to start by using this shade over here up in the crease. It's called Full Zip. This is currently my favorite brush to use. It's a little bullet crease brush by actually Elf Cosmetics, which is awesome because that means it's not only affordable, but it works really well, as you'll be able to see in a few seconds. Also, my mirror is on this side, so if I'm looking like, you know, away from the camera, that would be why. Starting with Full Zip in the crease here. This is a pretty precise brush, so it gets it right where you want it, which is really cool. And I just kind of go through and do a little bit of like, I don't know, back and forth because I feel like it blends it a little as I'm going. It's possible that it doesn't at all, but it's one of those things that makes me feel good, so I'm just gonna keep doing it. Go ahead on the other eye here. Also, a trick that I learned when you're putting shadow in the crease is to actually do it above right where it folds, where your eyelid folds here. And then you can go in with a deeper color right in that little fold to actually give more dimension to your look. I'm actually going to go in with the same brush. I did mention that it was my favorite one to use right now. I use it probably for the majority of my looks at the moment just because it's so precise. I wing it a lot when I do my makeup, so you gotta bear with me when I'm picking which colors I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna go in with this guy right here. That shade name is Buttercake, so obviously I have to go with that 'cause Buttercake sounds fantastic. So now I'm gonna go more into this crease line here. Deeper down. Like I said, if you pick a little bit of a deeper color and put it right in that center part, it will give you some more dimension. I really freaking like this color. It is so pretty. Also guys, this eyeshadow palette, like these shadows blend like freaking butter. They're so easy to work with. So now I'm going to cut the crease, which you're gonna have to give me patience because I'm still kind of learning how to do this, but I figure, you know, this is a learning experience for all of us. Okay, for this, I just started using this actually for cutting creases, and it turns out they just came out with a specific base for cutting creases, but this is the Makeup Revolution concealer in the lightest shade possible, which is C1. And then I go in with this tiny little brush here. I think it's actually yes, it's a concealer brush, but I think that it gives me a little bit more of a accuracy. So I just like, don't know if this is the best method, but I like to start at the base of my lid here and kind of just pull it over to like about here, you know, like a little over 2/3 of my eyelid, and then I'll go and I'll draw a line. I need a little more concealer. I will draw a line in this crease area here. You can choose to do it higher than your natural crease if you really would like to. I kind of like to go with my natural crease. I think it's also because I'm still learning how to do cut creases, so I feel safer doing it that way. There's nothing wrong with that, so do what makes you feel comfortable. And it's okay to make mistakes. The thing I have noticed when I'm cutting with concealer is, actually this is the best I've ever done it, not going to lie, but I'll try and get close here so that it doesn't get too blurred out, but if I close my eye, I've noticed that on this eye, I seem to have a straighter line than I do here. This is also why I like to go kind of in the crease, because if I say mess up a little bit on the line, it's not as noticeable. Life hack is that no one's perfect, so. Also, before I started this video, I have like a light to medium. I have a Maybelline, actually I'll show you. The Fit Me Dewy and Smooth foundation in shade Ivory. I have concealer as well that I put on. I used the shade Light and the Shape Tape concealer from Tarte. The greatest concealer ever. I can't help it, it's so good. Okay, so now that I cut my crease, I was thinking of putting this pretty champagne-y color in that spot on the lid. Right here, you see this guy? Name is Spoiled. Perfect. Okay, let's go. So for this, I like to take a like, I want to say this is like an eyeshadow C brush, if you want to go with technical things. Pack it on in little patting motions. Oh, that's so pretty. It's so funny because most of the time I do my makeup, I end up hating it, but this time I really like this. We've got this so far. We had our crease, another one in the crease, a little bit darker shade, and then our cut crease, and the champagne, which is looking a little more like a gold, but I do really like it. So what I'm going to do to just kind of finish this off is go in again with that little bit of darker shade, this guy right here, my butter cake, and I'm gonna just kind of bring it over into and mix it in here with this shade at the end, just to kind of blend it out so that it doesn't have as harsh of a line. And I will show you what that looks like in a second. So here, if you can see the difference between, this is the eye I just added the blending in of that shade from the out, pulling it in. And then the difference here is you're going to have a harsher line here, a little more of an obvious cut than you are in the end here, which is, I like to go for the blend on the end here so that it looks more seamless. And then of course I do bring it up into that crease a little up there, a little bit higher, and blend it out. Also, I am using that same brush. I told you I love it. I was not joking. I'm going to bring this in a little more on the inside. Oh, see, I don't like that. Yeah, okay, see, so mistakes happen. They happen a lot more often than you would think, because a lot of my friends are like, wow, you're so good at makeup, oh my god, can you teach me? Well, here I am trying, but it's really just practice more than anything else, honestly. I've been doing it for a couple years now. I never really did it as often as I'm doing it now, but that's also because I'm doing it for the Instagram, which is also at gr8kr8_makeup, great makeup. So go ahead and give me a follow if you like this video, if you want to see some pictures of my previous looks, and then where I'll be posting pictures from the current looks now going forward. So yeah, at this point you can add like a wing if you want to, or some eyeliner, you know, maybe in like on the top or on the waterline. I think I'm just going to do a little on the waterline here. I'm kind of liking this as a slightly more simple look. Oh, and also earlier I did use a brow gel. Benefit Gimme Brow Plus. I use it in shade 4, if that helps anybody. So I'm going to just do this on my waterline here. Not all the way up top. I'm just going to put it to kind of like halfway. And then I'm going to just do a little mascara, although I already was wearing mascara from earlier. I was wearing the Better Than Sex mascara from Too Faced, if I can find it. This here, love this. I'm sorry I keep looking this way, I'm just getting used to the whole idea, so. just add a little bit of that. Only a little though, because I already did have it on earlier, so I'm just gonna kind of touch up the ends here. So I don't want it to get crazy. Also, wow, it is hot in here. I'm like rashing out on the side of my face. I have sensitive skin. So yeah, that happens to me quite a lot. I get rashes and all these situations going on. Ooh, it's like really happening. Alright, well just ignore that, guys, okay? Everything is fine, I promise. For those of you who also rash out, I hope this gives you some sort of hope that you're not alone. Because even those of us who may seem the most put together are not always. This highlight is Colourpop Flexitarian Super Shock Cheek Highlight. It's amazing. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm sure you can because this light is great and maybe a little too bright, but next time I'll fix that. I'll make it better. So anyways, I think this is a good place to end it. You can see how simple it was to do. It only took 3 different shadow shades and 2 different brushes. That is all I needed, and concealer. And an eyeshadow base, but if you have concealer, you can use it as both, so even better. I hope that you stick around to watch some more videos. I'm gonna try and do look number 3 and 4 and 5 of this palette, and then post them on YouTube and on Instagram. See where it goes. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you want to stick around and watch some more. It would be great. I will get better. I'm still gonna probably be awkward because that's just me. But yeah, and follow me on Instagram too. Appreciate it very much. Thanks, guys. Until next time. Bye.